all. This workshop is not just an event, it is an opportunity for collaboration, learning, and innovation. Over the course of sessions, we will engage in meaningful discussion, exchange best practices, and explore new ways to enhance student learning through the SWAYAM NPTEL platform. We hope that this gathering will ignite new ideas and strengthen our commitment to fostering quality education. We now kindly invite all the esteemed dignitaries, Professor Hoymonti Banerjee, Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor, Vidyasagar University, Professor R.D. Patidar, Vice Chancellor, O.P. Jindal University, Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor, Techno India University, Professor Nirmal Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor, West Bengal National University of Juridical Sciences, to step onto the dais and take their seats. Professor Vignesh Muthuvijayan, IT Madras Coordinator NPTEL, is also requested to kindly come onto the stage and take his seat. As a gesture of respect and appreciation, we now move forward to the felicitation ceremony to honor our esteemed guest. I would like to request Professor Hoymonti Banerjee to kindly present floral tokens of gratitude to our distinguished guest. First, we extend our heartfelt respect to Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor, Vidyasagar University. Next, we honor Professor R.D. Patidar, Vice Chancellor, O.P. Jindal University. Now we honor Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor, Techno India University. And we now honor Professor Nirmal Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor, West Bengal National University of Juridical Sciences. Now we are honoring Professor Vignesh Muthuvijayan, IT Madras Coordinator NPTEL. And finally, we felicitate. Thank you, Madam, for doing the honor, and a warm thanks you to our esteemed guests for gracing us with their presence. Just as a single lamp can illuminate a dark room, knowledge has the power to dispel ignorance and light the path to wisdom. With this thought, let us now proceed with the lamp lighting ceremony, a symbol of enlightenment, wisdom, and the pursuit of knowledge. We kindly invite all our esteemed dignitaries to come forward and grace the occasion by lighting the ceremonial lamp. Thank you, esteemed guests, for lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. May this event shine brightly with inspiration and meaningful discussions. Let us begin this event on a warm and inspiring note. Without further delay, let's commence this event with a welcome address. To extend her warm words of welcome, we invite Professor Hoymonti Banerjee, Coordinator NPTEL and Associate Dean CE&T IT Kharagpur, to the stage. Professor Hoymonti Banerjee is a professor in the Department of Architecture and Regional Planning, IIT Kharagpur. As an architect and urban planner, Dr. Banerjee has more than 20 years of working experience with the vulnerable groups in urban Indian context. She is the principal coordinator of the Nodal QIP Center, AICT, coordinator of NPTEL, and Dean of Continuing Education and Technology, in addition to other responsibilities. Madam, you are welcome.
Namaskar, and a very good morning to all of you. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, Professor R.D. Patidar, Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Professor Vignesh, my faculty colleagues from IIT Kharagpur, Professor Shodip Mishra, esteemed guests, SPOC members, and my team from NPTEL and CEP. I take the pleasure of extending a very warm welcome to all of you in the SPOC East Zone workshop in NPTEL. A special note of gratitude to our chief guest, Professor Amit Patro, Director, IIT BHU, and the Acting Director, IIT Kharagpur, for sending his good wishes for the workshop. Though he could not be with us in person today, but he said that he would try his best to join us sometime online. But he had always been supportive, and we truly appreciate his encouragement. Nasti vidya samo bandhu, nasti vidya samo surid, nasti vidya samam vityam, nasti vidya samam sukham. There is no friend, no companion, no wealth, or no bliss as great as vidya or knowledge. The National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning has been instrumental in making this knowledge, or the high quality education, accessible to learners across the country since 2003. NPTEL, as you all know, is a flagship project by the IITs and IISc and INIs now, funded by the Ministry of Education, Government of India. Today, it stands as the world's largest online repository of courses in engineering, basic sciences, management, and select humanities and social science subjects. We all know that since March 2014, with the introduction of the open online courses, NPTEL has empowered anyone beyond the IIT system to enroll in certification courses and earn a credential from the IITs and ISC. So these massive open online courses, or MOOCs, follows a system of asynchronous learning model where students get the wonderful opportunity of engaging in pre-recorded lectures, video resources, assignments, quizzes, and self-assessment at their own pace. We have structured schedules and faculty interactions. They can also incorporate synchronous elements, creating an online learning environment that mirrors a traditional classroom, just on a much, much larger scale. Now, these courses are open to all and completely free to access, ensuring the 3 A's, that anyone, anywhere, anytime, any place, with a passion for learning and internet connection can benefit from this high-quality educational content. Learners also have the wonderful opportunity to engage with the faculty members from IITs and ISC and the other premier institutions, discuss the concepts that they learn, and assess their understanding through continuous assignments. Now, with this initiative, we continue our mission to democratize education bridging the gaps, and fostering a culture of lifelong learning. We look forward to an engaging and enriching experience for all of us. Thank you very much again for joining us today. Thank you.
And now we move towards one of the most awaited segments, the speeches by our distinguished guest. We are glad to have Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor, Vidyasagar University with us. Professor Susanta Kumar Chakraborti, Professor of Geology and presently the Vice Chancellor of Vidyasagar University, has a teaching experience of more than 37 years. He has been serving as Professor of Geology, Vidyasagar University for more than 20 years. Professor Chakraborti has shouldered a number of administrative responsibilities in his own university, which include head of the department for 4 times, as Dean Faculty of Science for a period of more than 4 years, as a member of Executive Council for more than 15 years, as a member of the Finance Committee for 6 years, as the President of governing bodies of 2 large colleges of Midnapur West District, each for a duration of 4 years, and also other academic institutions including ICAR and UGC. He has been associated with a number of scientific bodies in India as life members and has received a number of awards in recognition of his research commitments. Moving forward, we now invite Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor, Vidyasagar University, to address the audience.
Very good morning to everybody. I am really delighted to be present here on this very auspicious occasion. I must consider it as an auspicious occasion. You know, after the independence, our India has completed 77 years of its journey, and now it has stepped into 78 years. So at the very outset, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the organizer for inviting me, and I express my regards to the honorable and distinguished personality over the dais, the Professor Patidar, representing Jindal University, Chhattisgarh, Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay of the Techno India University, our distinguished coordinator, Hoymanti Banerjee from Kharagpur IIT, and Professor Dinesh from Madras University. So all of these distinguished personalities are over the dais, which are endowed with lot of experiences with regard to the very interesting courses which are being offered through the SWAM courses right now. So I repeat that after the 77 years of independence, our India is endowed with a lot of different problems, although it has achieved so many things. You know, Green Revolution was there in the early 80s. Recently, our Chandrayaan has reached to the Mangal Graha, and you know that our scientists have been able to invent a lot of inventories and discoveries in the form of the coronavirus vaccine, etc., etc. But still we are endowed, again I repeat, with a lot of problems. One of the important problems of the illiteracy, unemployment, our environmental pollution, our superstition, our gender biasness, etc., etc. So the thing is that after the independence, the government in India was trying to find out the avenues and way out, in what way we can elevate this country to the level of the international standard. So many commissions were constituted in the gamut of higher education, you know, after the independence, like Radhakrishnan Commission, in the mid-60s, Kothari Commissions, then again Kothari Commission, after that Knowledge Commission, after the Sampitra recommendation. Right now we have stepped into the world of your National Education Policy 2020. What is the mean for the National Education Policy? Because this recommendation of the National Education Policy is to impart education, to inculcate the hidden talent of our India in the mainstream of our academic journey. So in that way, main essence, main message of the National Education Policy is to impart a holistic education. interdisciplinary education, integrated education, multilingualism, paying respect to the traditional knowledge system. So many things are there. But the main focus is to enroll as maximum as possible of our hidden talents, our young people in the mainstream of our academic journey. So in that respect, you have already heard that in the year 2014, your national program on technology enhanced learning was initiated by the Government of India, the Department of Education. After that, it was switched over to the SWAM course, and which is a Government of India portal for a free open online course in the MOOC platform to impart proper education courses in the university and colleges. It is not possible with these very minor infrastructure facilities available in our universities, IITs, engineering colleges, our colleges, to accommodate lot of aspiring minds of our young talents in the form of the higher education. So that is the need of undertaking the SWAM courses, MOOC courses, and that is the need for the constitution of the National Program of the Technology Enhanced Learning Program. So the thing is that I have understood that the necessity of undertaking this kind of venture, because again I repeat, so many commissions which are constituted for imparting proper guideline in the gamut, in the realm of higher education, these are the new development. So new development in what way? So technologies are coming out across the world. We are right now endowed with the different form of technologies which are being the parts and parcel of the higher education system. Within a twinkling of eyes, we can reach to any nook and corner of the world with the help of this technology. But we should not forget our traditional mode of system of education. So it is the time for all of us to blend our traditional mode of education system with the modern technology-based education system. Digitalization is not only the solution. So this is still we are in the crossroad in the higher educational realm with the help of the SWAM course, MOOC course, etc., so that we can enroll, we can involve, we can include so many of our young talents in the mainstream alongside with their professional commitment. So these are the different advantages and disadvantages are there. Still we are experimenting in the course of our journey in the higher educational realm with the interaction with such and such courses. So again I repeat that I am representative of a university from the rural sector of West Bengal, even in India, that is the Jungle Mahal area. But so many talented students are there around us. In our university, 60 colleges are there with more than 2 lakhs of students, undergraduate and postgraduate students. In addition to that, we are facing a lot of difficulty in admitting our aspiring students each and every year in our undergraduate and postgraduate courses. So many aspiring students are left aside without getting a chance in our infrastructure facility. So that is the necessity of undertaking this kind of open learning process with the open learning course platform to impart the proper education. So this is the demand of the time. And I think these 7 IITs, Indian Institute of Science, the leading institution of India, have come forward, have joined their hand in the form of the national, regional, zonal and local level of coordination in order to impart proper education to all the aspiring minds. Second thing is that another important point in this world of competition, you know, after 90s, our world has developed one unique thing, globalization, liberalization, and that is the most competitive world. So the thing is that time is a very precious component, precious element in your daily work of life. So alongside our what? Alongside our normal course curricula, suppose a student has got admission in the subject physics. Alongside physics, he or she can take up so many other subjects in course of its journey to the 2 years postgraduate course or 3 or 4 years integrated undergraduate courses. So that is the optimum utilization of the time. Alongside undertaking 1 or 2 courses, he or she can undertake so many other courses through this platform. So several merits and demerits are still there. I have heard and I am really delighted to know no course fee is there. That is the main advantage. Portal, open learning portal system is there. So staying in the home, alongside taking up with the responsibility of pursuing their conventional subject in the form of the physics, history, political science, etc., any student can undertake this kind of courses. And I am also happy almost all dimensions of the education system, starting from the engineering, legal aspects, and your humanities, science, social science. So many subjects are there in the realm, in the platform of this SWAM courses. So the thing is a lot of advantage, lot of possibilities are there. So in course of time, I am really expecting that our India will be able to overcome the problem of the illiteracy, will be able to problem to the unemployment. So skill development is the demand of the time. Instead of pursuing just conventional courses like history, political science, English, Bengali, physics, chemistry, etc., we feel that it is the time for us to start with the diploma courses, to start with the certificate courses, to start with the different courses of the skill development, because unemployment is still a burning problem which are being faced by India in this time also. So in order to overcome the problem of the unemployment, the skill development courses are there. And again I repeat, it is not possible for the academic administrator to allow, to enable each and every aspiring candidates to get admission in the IITs, in the university, in the undergraduate colleges. So the things, skill development programs can be undertaken by these courses. Moreover, another important point, that our main strength of the UNITA is not only the unity in diversity, but also our women empowerment. You know, United Nations has identified 17 different sustainable goals in order to ensure the sustainability in the realm of the academic, environment, your economics, cultural, and different dimensions. Women empowerment is one of the important thing. And you know, our traditional system has designed our women for the purpose of the homemaking and other aspects on the family affairs. But alongside the family activities, the women can undertake this kind of advantages in the higher education to undertake different courses, including the skill development courses, so that they can become also an employment, get their employment. So all those things are the different bright aspects with regard to this kind of academic venture. I think IITs have taken up this responsibility in a proper way, and that is being reflected by the presence of such kind of successful candidates who are present in front of me. And I am happy that in course of time, this course will again be strengthened in its proper way in order to what? In order to make the India proper competitor in the global market, in the educational realm. Getting the advantage of this kind of courses, one can become a global citizen in proper way. Thank you very much for enabling me to few minutes to share my views with regard to this kind of new innovative development in the gamut, in the realm of the higher education. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. We are honored to have Professor R.T. Patidar, Vice Chancellor, OP Jindal University with us. Professor R.T. Patidar, Vice Chancellor of OP Jindal University, is having more than 30 years of experience in the academia, industry and administration. He has served as Registrar, OP Jindal University and Director, OP Jindal Institute of Technology, Raigad. Prior to joining, Dr. Patidar served as Professor, Dean Academics and Officiating Director at MIT, Mandsaur in Madhya Pradesh. Dr. Patidar is a renowned academician and administrator, and under his able leadership, OP Jindal University has received many awards and recognitions. Now we would like to invite Professor R.T. Patidar, Vice Chancellor, OP Jindal University, to share his words of wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the nice introduction. Very warm good morning to everyone present here. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Vidyasagar University, Professor Susanta Chakraborti. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Techno India University, Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay. The coordinator of this program from IIT Kharagpur, Professor H. Banerjee, Professor Vignesh from IIT Madras, distinguished faculty members, participants, ladies and gentlemen. I am really delighted to attend this very important, prestigious program organized by the IIT Kharagpur and IIT Madras. And I feel honored to share the stage with the academicians. As we always talk about the quality of the education, today, see, the India is one of the fastest developing country and country of the youth in the world. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, he set a target to make the country a developed country by 2047. Today, our average age of population comes to 28 years. Dear friends, look at the history. Any developing country transformed from developing to developed country when they got such kind of opportunities. Today, our dependent population is less, and this is a golden opportunity to all of us to convert our country from developing country to the developed country and to realize the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister. I personally believe the education system and the teachers, this young generation, play a very important role, very significant role to contribute to make our country a developed country by 2047 when we will be celebrate the 100th year of our independence. In education system, how education system can support and contribute a lot to convert our country from developing country to developed country. We always talk about the quality of education to maintain the highest level of standard in education. How to measure the quality of education? Quality of education depends on the academic performance, the performance of the students. The performance of the students in curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activity. The performance of the students in their academic exams. The performance of the students in placement. How many companies are coming and how many MNC companies, what is the average package, what is the highest package the students are getting. Ultimately, how to enhance the performance of the students. So what is the things which is required to maintain the quality of education. The success of students, the quality of the education, everything depends on the knowledge, the competencies, the capacities which is required to become a successful person, and the skills, and the most important is the attitude. As Professor Susanta Chakraborti, he was saying that National Education Policy 2020. I think the National Education Policy 2020 play a very important role for the holistic development of the students, for the overall personality development of the students. And such kind of platforms like the MOOCs platforms, the NPTEL platforms, SWAYAM platforms, they play a very important role for the holistic development of the students to earn extra credits beyond the curriculum, because the new National Education Policy allowed us the flexibility and the multidisciplinary approach. I think such kind of play a very important role, such kind of platforms, the MOOCs platforms, the NPTEL, the SWAYAM, such kind of platforms play a very, very important role, very significant role to develop the overall personality of the students, the holistic development of the students. As the Dr. Chakraborti has rightly said that today, what we are producing, especially I am talking about the tier 3, tier 4 and tier 5 colleges. Today, look at to the history. 14 lakhs IIT, JEE aspirants appearing in the examinations, and hardly the seats in IITs. After the so many IITs, establishment of so many IITs in the country, the seats are not more than 20,000. And around 14 lakhs aspirants appearing every year. So everybody will not get chance in the IITs. I think such kind of platform where the IIT's professors are preparing the lectures, quality lectures, which are available free of cost to access at the tier 3, tier 4 and tier 5 colleges. What we are producing actually in many institutions and what is the actual need of the industry. there is a gap. Today, it is an era of digitization. It is an era of industrialization. So, how to bridge the gap? I think we should transform from rote-based learning to the exponential learning, the problem and project-based learning. And I think such kind of platform will play a very important role, very significant role to bridge this gap. Second is the role of teachers. You all are the faculty members. You all are in directly touch with the students. In this digital era, in this industrialization era, the role of teachers should be the role of facilitator. This is the time to induct the exponential learning, the learning by doing. Projects and problem-based learning play a very, very important role. In O.P. Jindal University, Raigad, Chhattisgarh, our university is located in a very small town. But the beauty is we are surrounded by more than 100 small, medium, and large-scale industries. Why I am telling this? Because we have an opportunity to send the students every day to see the live problems of the industries. So industry connection is very, very important, and not only to send to the students, but we must train our faculty, because the way the technology is changing, the rate of change of technology and rate of change of upgradation of the curriculum, the syllabus, the content, there is a mismatching, there is a gap. So it is very essential for the education system to send our faculty to industry, go and learn, because learn, unlearn and relearn. Likewise, the skilling, upskilling and reskilling, these are play very, very, very important role, very, very significant role. So training to faculty, not only through the faculty development program, but training to faculty on hands-on experience, sending to the industries. What we are doing in our university, we are sending our 100% faculty to industry, at least 1 month training every year, so that they can upgrade what are the technologies the industries are using. And based on that, how we can involve the industry expert in designing the curriculum of the university. Because the curriculum, our teaching learning pedagogy, our assessment system, our evaluation system, this will play a very important role in providing the quality education. I personally believe that such kind of programs, the SWAYAM NPTEL, will play a very important role to enhance the skills of the students, to make them employable, because as I said that every student cannot go in IITs, but they can get an opportunity to learn through the IIT professors. And such kind of platforms will provide us the quality lectures, quality videos, which are available everywhere. So the students can go and choose the subjects, and it is the responsibility of the faculty members and particular institutions, coordinators, to make aware the students about such kind of programs. In our university, to encourage the students, to motivate the students, to inspire the students to attend such kind of certificate programs, we regularly conduct the awareness classes, workshops, seminars, and in addition, whenever the students go and appear for the examinations, there is a minor charges of 1,000 rupees is required for the appearing in the examinations. Our university is reimbursing 1,000 rupees to the students after qualifying the NPTEL examination. Likewise, whenever a faculty go and attend any certificate examinations through NPTEL, so we provide the travel expenses, their stay expenses. Such kind of small things play a very important role to encourage, to inspire the faculty and the students to participate more and more in such kind of programs and take the advantage which the highly experienced, well-qualified and renowned institutions created such important platforms. So I urge and appeal to all the institutions, their faculty members and their local chapter coordinators to kindly motivate and encourage students to opt more and more this NPTEL SWAYAM platform and enhance their employability skills. Once again, on behalf of my university and my own behalf, I thanks to the organizer for inviting me in this very auspicious occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words. We are delighted to have Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor, Techno India University with us. Dr. Samiran Chattopadhyay, presently the Vice Chancellor of Techno India University, West Bengal, brings over 3 decades of expertise in teaching, research, and a unique blend of academic and industry experiences. He has served as a professor in the Department of IT at Jadavpur University, a visiting fellow at the University of Northumbria, and an adjunct professor at IIT Kharagpur. He has also contributed to NPTEL and worked in leading global firms like Motorola Incorporated, NEC Japan, and Intera Systems. Now I request Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor, Techno India University, to share his valuable insights.
Very good morning to all of you. Honorable dignitaries on and off the dais, my beloved colleagues, faculty members, participants in this particular workshop. I am very delighted and I feel proud to be present in this SWAYAM NPTEL SPOC workshop 2025 East Zone organized by IIT Kharagpur. To put certain context into my presence today, when Professor Banerjee asked me to invite to attend this conference, I felt a bit shaken because I always, I'm always afraid that somebody from NPTEL calls me and tells me that I have not submitted the question papers. So I immediately reacted that I will submit the question papers today, ma'am, don't worry. No, madam said that no, it is not for the question papers. So I received the mail the day before. So I knew maybe that there could be a second reason for that. So naturally, the second reason came true, but I was scheduled to go to New Zealand to visit certain universities during this time. Again, I therefore said that I apologized and I said that I probably cannot attend this particular workshop. I also felt crestfallen at that point because I wanted to attend this conference workshop here. I think that God heard my words and therefore in a few days time I had a fall at this very city center on a Sunday, and that made me, I had a shoulder dislocation. I was admitted to a hospital, got my shoulder placed correctly, and I called back Professor Banerjee that I am back. I cannot go to New Zealand on those specific days, and I can come to the workshop on 2nd of March. So that's how I am here. Now, unlike the previous speakers, I do not have a huge, knowledge or experience of nationwide teaching learning, but as far as NPTEL is concerned, I have a few roles to play. I am in it, like being a co-faculty of a particular course. I remember the several ventures of IITs to be present and to be important and beneficial to the students outside IIT system. I remember the LNET 3 activities. I remember the IIT Bombay schools activities and things like that, where they tried to extend their outreach programs. Ultimately, I believe the hit was this NPTEL, now what is become as SWAYAM NPTEL. I will talk about NPTEL and online education in general from 2 points of view. One, as a person who does it, and second, a person who helps students, asks students to use it. First, when I when do I use it? How do I use it in my university for my students? Not necessarily in Techno India University, anywhere, but I mean, I am very closely connected to Chattopadhyay University. I worked there two years back. So, I mean, if somebody asks me that I want to know Python, for example, who can teach me that? This person may be a teacher, this person may be a student, this person may be anyone who is not connected to my university or any university at all, maybe a professional. I simply find out the best NPTEL course available on Python for him and then say that please do this course, get a certificate, because without a certificate, whether you did it or not, nobody knows. And then you will learn it to a good extent, and then probably you can come back and say what next you need. So I use this, frankly speaking, as a bridge course. As a bridge course. Many times we find out that a person is lacking a basic background while doing research, while doing anything. Then I use this particular courses as bridge course, but remember my point that I select a course in Python. Why? Because there are many programs, many courses offered by NPTEL in Python. Now this leads me to the greatest problem in an online education system, be it NPTEL, be it MIT MOOCs. Point is, when you create a lecture material or a study material for any online course, it is very difficult to find out who is going to take it. I mean, the audience, nature of the audience is not known. It's actually very heterogeneous. There could be students of IITs taking that course. There could be students from Chattopadhyay University taking that course. There could be students from any college who is taking that course, having different backgrounds. These courses, naturally, that we have in NPTEL requires various backgrounds for that subject. However, the degree that they get is almost the same. It is on the same subject. I do not know of a better way to handle it because, one particular course cannot be tailored to suit various audiences. So there are similar courses in NPTEL conducted by several different teachers at several different places, and they have varied degrees of difficulties. Depending on your need and your background, you can choose one of them and you can be benefited by taking that course. Also, in our university we have, like others, a policy that if someone takes an NPTEL course and that is in our curriculum, then that credit that he or she gets out of this course is transferred to the normal grade card or mark sheet of the student. Now, in that also, I have a difficulty. Most of the subjects that we teach in the university system have typically 3 or 4 credits. Mostly 80% of the courses, theory courses, have 3 credits. Now, NPTEL courses have 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours durations, enabling 1 credit, 2 credit, and 3 credit. If my student does a 40 hours, 8 weeks course, then he or she gets 2 credits, while our curriculum demands that the subject is of 3 credits. Now, this leads us to several problems. And I'll be very grateful if NPTEL actually looks at this. This is a serious problem because 60 hours course is not really that popular among the students. If I know the students a little, I do not know the statistics though. However, even for 40 hours, if it is 2 credits, I do not know whether subjects have 3 credits in university system, theory subjects have 3 credits in the university system or not. Very less number of subjects are there with 2 credits. Even at IITs, if I look at the curriculum, the subject credit is not 2 credits for anything. So I have to have a several mechanism to fit that credit to get it transferred to my university system. That's a problem for me, and a problem for the student as well. What I like as a faculty in NPTEL is lots of statistics that they give. At the end of the year, after the examinations, they give me nice statistics saying that how many minutes did the students spend in writing the examination and what is its correlation with his or her grade marks. So if I look at that, I find that some people have, successfully submitted the answer script within an hour in a 3 hours exam and got more than 60-70% marks. Now, how dense is that population I can see, and that helps me in tuning my question paper accordingly for the next session. So there are lots of statistics. Visualization is available in NPTEL, which I'm not sure whether they are available in other kinds of platforms or not. I didn't see that so much. It is really done very nicely. However, conclusions are for the teachers to take, which I understand. IIT system and IITs actually put a lot of emphasis and importance to the faculty members. So they put the visualizations there, and it is for the teachers to find out what they want to conclude from that. However, a minimum conclusion, guideline for the conclusions would have been very great, because I do not know the distribution of those visualizations across the courses. Now that's why it's difficult for me to find out how much tuning I need to do to the courses and the curriculum. Second one, from a student's perspective, they come back to me and say in my forum many times that, do I have any lab component to this or not? We do not. We do not. If you are in a university student, probably will find out a lab component in your curriculum, most often. As far as the material is concerned, other than PowerPoint based presentations, little is there as far as I have seen it. I mean, there are more modes of material that can be put in. For example, a simulation of 3 minutes, a small video of 3 minutes, which make people more engaged. Difference between, let's say, Coursera and NPTEL is, if you do Coursera, you'll find out that while you are reading, it stops you and says, do this quiz and then you proceed. Here, of course, we have a weekly assignment, and probably for large scale, that is a good thing. But point is, engagement of the students must be increased very proactively, because attention level is dropping down from, as far as the students are concerned, in a very alarming rate. In the real life, not real life, attention span basically is now in seconds. It is said that if you cannot engage a person in 75 seconds, then you cannot engage that person further in that particular classroom or lecture time. So lots of pedagogical initiatives have been taken by NPTEL, I have seen, in terms of question papers, in terms of the modules. So I believe that that endeavor should continue, and that is a must. So as far as online education is concerned, good or bad, ugly or beautiful, it is there to stay. So many students and so few resource persons, all IITs, all good institutes, everything combined, these ratios do not match at all. So we need to have a kind of an online platform where we can actually study, we can assess ourselves, and I can find out whether I learned it or not is very essential, and NPTEL is doing that for a long time. And in fact, in the last 5 to 10 years, it has been very successful in doing that. At the end, I must say that, like any evolving system, right now NPTEL is at the peak of, almost at the peak, maybe it will go up, at the peak of its popularity. Those numbers presented here speak volume of that. So one thing is for sure, that quantity achievements are met, and most governments, most administrators, most systems are happy with the quantitative results. What I cannot see there is the qualitative results. We must know that in most of the courses, the enrollment ratio and the success ratio, I mean, enrollment to examination, it drops to 40% probably. Then from enrollment to pass, it drops to another 40% in the best cases. For my course, it is a huge success because it has a pass rate of 18%, right? As far as I remember, it's 18%. So you can imagine we have a long way to go, and then we do not really know qualitatively how far we have proceeded. So qualitatively understanding things is a bit difficult. I am sure that IIT Madras and IIT Kharagpur will look at it, will find out measures to do that. Lots of new visuals are given to the faculty members for their own benefit, which I actually enjoy a lot. I look at them very carefully. And I wish that this workshop is a success. Also, what I said has some meanings to the SPOCs. Maybe I talked about what you wanted to say standing here. If I did so, I'll be very delighted and I'll feel content. Thank you very much for giving your attention to me for more than 75 seconds, and have a very great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring address. We are truly grateful to all our distinguished speakers for the time, insights, and invaluable contribution to education. We would like to request Professor Hoymonti Banerjee to kindly present mementos to our distinguished guests. First, we extend our heartfelt respect to Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor, Vidyasagar University. Next, we honor Professor R.D. Patidar, Vice Chancellor, O.P. Jindal University. Now we honor Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor, Techno India University. And finally, we felicitate Professor Vignesh Muthuvijayan, IIT Madras, Coordinator, NPTEL. Thank you, Madam, for doing the honor. What an enriching session of insight and wisdom. A great event is like a well-brewed cup of tea. It energizes, refreshes, and sparks meaningful conversations. Now let's take a short break to refresh ourselves. We invite you all for high tea. We shall resume at 11:25 a.m. with a special presentation by Professor Hoymonti Banerjee.
Let's please assemble at 11:15 because our director said that he would try to join online. So 11:15, let's please assemble.
Hello. There is a small announcement. Those who have not done their registration online, they are requested to do the registration in the counter now. Hello. All are requested to please be seated. We request all the faculty members and SPOCs to be seated. Welcome back, everyone. We now have a very special presentation by Professor Hoymonti Banerjee, Coordinator, NPTEL, IIT Kharagpur. Ma'am, we invite you to take the stage. I request to play the presentation.
Thank you, Deepa, and may I request all to take their respective seats, please, because we are going to start. And now I will start the presentation. Yeah, come sit. I'll start the presentation, and after a while, I will also then invite my colleague from IIT Madras, Professor Vignesh, who would join me on the stage to continue with the presentation. So, do I start or kyo aasche ki? May I request to our people who are outside the SPOCs, I mean this is actually meant for you, so will you please join us inside? Now this presentation is the technical part, and here we talk about what NPTEL is, we discuss certain statistics, how we are growing, what had been our recent achievements in terms of number of courses, in terms of exam registration. That's how we would initiate the discussion. We would talk about the various other, the next part of the presentation, we would be talking about the various new or rather ongoing NPTEL initiatives other than the course part. And then finally, we will have a special session on the local chapters where we discuss about the benefits of being a local chapter, the SPOC, how do we interact with the SPOCs, what do we expect from the SPOCs, and then we expect to have an interactive session. Where we would be much looking forward to hear from those who have joined us today, the SPOC and the other faculty members and the other distinguished guests. So this is how we have structured our presentation today. Now, I think most of you have been here earlier, so these are certain basic things like who are the NPTEL coordinators, so this you are aware of, the IITs and the IISc. Now we know that we also have the INIs who have the separate vertical, not under NPTEL but under UNISWAM. So this had been the recent impact that we have created. I mean, I'm happy to state that 1.86 billion views, 5.2 million YouTube subscribes, 3200 plus courses, and a huge amount of hours spent on the videos with sub-content. So this is our recent statistics. So now the courses till now completed over SWAM 7,67620. The total number of enrollment in the courses, which of course is free, that is 31.3 million, and the proctored exam registration, which makes someone eligible for the certificate, that is 5.36 million, and certified with e-verified certificates, that is 2.92 million. So now this is the ongoing semester, that is the January to April 2025. We have about 868 courses and the enrollments are now open. So now this is the exam registration status. As we know that though NPTEL as an online repository started its journey in 2003, but from 2014 we had started this exam certification part, for which probably NPTEL has become more popular, and it is being used, it is being availed by the students and the faculty members from different institutes. So we are still growing, and what we see that if you see the exam registration statistics, so 17.2, that's the last session that we had. So I think every semester we have about 8 lakh plus exams. Now, these are the online learning platforms which are initiated by the Ministry of Education, Government of India, where we have these, and the last one, that is the NPTEL, and for the technical part, we have the NPTEL and AICT who are taking care of that, the technical part for the undergraduate and the postgraduate education in the country. Now, who get benefited from NPTEL? Now, we have different categories of beneficiaries from NPTEL. We have the students, the undergraduate and postgraduate students. We have the faculty members who are doing the as part of their FDPs and the faculty development program. We have the professionals who are in their career, and they are doing they're pursuing their ongoing, in profession learning initiatives. So the working professionals, and who can choose it as their career options. Now, just during the tea break, we were having a very engaging discussion with our distinguished guests, the vice chancellors and my faculty colleagues, and we were talking that NPTEL, we are all now aware of NPTEL. NPTEL has made its presence felt across the nation. Now, what we are looking forward to is that we want to penetrate more. We want to really, reach out to the remote areas with our vision of the 3A, that anytime anyone can access it. So if they have the wish to learn and also the internet connection. So that would be our future steps ahead, that where we want to penetrate more. Now, these are the benefits of NPTEL courses, where we have the curriculum-based course. Now, that is already available, and those who have got this, they got enrolled to these courses, they know that these curriculum-based courses are based on strong fundamental concepts following, and whenever we select the course for NPTEL, we follow the basic, the basic three points. That the first point, that it has to be approved by the Senate or the Academic Council of that particular institute. It has to be running successfully for 3 times preferably, and minimum 2 times, and it has to have a good students' feedback. So that means these are curriculum-based courses. We also have industry-ready courses, because as we just saw that for the working professionals who also benefit a lot from this, and for better job opportunities, we have the opportunity to learn courses of interest from the other discipline, because we know that the NEP talks about the multidisciplinary learning, and someone who is maybe a basic discipline is engineering, can always adopt a course, can always take up a course from humanities, can always take up some soft skill courses. So that's always possible. So cross discipline, these courses can also be adopted. That's the next point, that is the soft skill language courses, and to improve confidence to face interviews. So that's important here. You get the certificates from the IITs and the IISc. It improves the internship and the job opportunities. Credit transfer, that's a major reason for which most of the colleges, they are getting enrolled as well as writing the exams. And so and our statistics show that there is awareness, but only thing, I think, how do we, maybe you might have a question that how to go ahead with this. So it only has to be approved by your academic council that credit transfer is allowed, and UGC already has that provision. So AICTE already has that provision, so it has only to be approved by the academic council of the colleges and the universities, so that they can use the NPTEL courses for credit transfer, but they have to write the exam. I know a problem that many of the colleges do face is about the exam centers, because accessing the exam centers. So we are trying to, sort it out in the best way possible. So we will be reaching out more so that we can have, now actually a solution lies. One solution is that if we have more and more number of students writing the exams, and then we can have a special, any LC, any local chapter can have a separate exam center. That is the 200, the figure we consider for every session. If we have that amount of exam attendance, it is possible to have a center, in that particular college. We were just discussing this before the session with Professor Patidar. We were discussing this, that how we can have more and more exam centers, particularly in the remote areas. So that's a challenge, I know, but we are trying to solve it out, and with your cooperation, I'm sure this is going to be better. We have this possibility of honors and minor degrees, that on completion of the certain credit courses from SWAM, it is possible to have a major in a particular stream and a minor in another stream. So that's doable. We have the better preparation for GATE examination, FDP courses for the career advancement of the faculty members, and we are we were talking about just to integrate these FDP courses with these laboratory workshops, so which is a part of the NPTEL, so that I mean it is more and more hands-on experience we can give to young faculty members from the different colleges, where they can engage themselves in these laboratory workshops as a part of their FDP courses. And yes, reskilling or upskilling opportunities for the employed. Now, this is a very, I don't know how I'm sure that we have told this, and how many of you are actively using this, I don't know, but I would really request you that please avail this facility, that is the problem solving and life support. It is not only, NPTEL is not only just class lectures. Though we have well structured and coordinated lectures and talks by renowned faculty members, but we also have these problem solving sessions in many courses every week, which is live, where the students, I mean, along with the faculty members and the mentors from their colleges, they can engage themselves in live sessions and have a one-to-one, in a group discussion, a live discussion with the teaching assistants and supervised by the faculty members. So please avail these sessions. Now, every week, these are the, we have these online live sessions, live interactions, where problems are solved pertaining to content of the week and answered any additional question or doubt. Because we want more interaction. We don't want it to, as a monologue that the faculty member will be, some kind of just delivering the lecture, then you just listen to it. We are trying to simulate the, class-like feeling. So that's why this is the purpose of these problem solving sessions, and every week that we have the interactive session with the PhD scholars on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays and Tuesdays as per the schedule, and these are all available, and those who are regularly following up with these courses, the regular listeners or takers of the courses must be aware of this, but still we would encourage more and more interaction in this forum. We give supplementary study materials in the form of PowerPoint presentations, reading materials in the form of PDF, text transcripts are also provided in English and some of the regional languages. We also give links to free web resources, because which are related to this. Everything cannot be covered in the class. So we give necessary links where the students and the participants can take a deep dive into it and get themselves more and make themselves more aware of these additional study materials. So these are the supplementary study materials which we have. So just to give you an idea of the courses by discipline, now we have all these 6 IITs and 1 IISc, Bangalore, and this IIT Roorkee, IIT Madras, IIT KGP. So IIT Madras and IIT KGP have some of the largest number of the courses being offered here, and we have today with us some of the IIT faculty, some of my IIT faculty colleagues who have made these figures actually possible. So thanks to them, and we will have them later on the stage. So, and also IIT Kanpur, IIT Guwahati, IIT Delhi, IIT Roorkee, they also have many courses. So this is a breakup of the courses by discipline. Now these are all available in the NPTEL website. So, and I believe the searching it in a course in NPTEL website, we have tried to make it quite as much as possible user friendly. But if should there be any problem in accessing the NPTEL website, all of you have contact of our NPTEL office and our IIT Kharagpur NPTEL office, and they would be most happy, most willing to help you in accessing this course or in availing the further details about these courses. Now, the learner profile, who take the NPTEL courses? I mean, what's their profile, what's the motivation, and what's the result. So these are the, I mean, first of all, we have the faculty members, the young faculty members of different, from across the country who are in the process of strengthening their foundation or acquiring some additional knowledge in another domain. And because it's a process of continuous learning and FDPs, because there is a direct relationship of NPTEL course hours with FDP completion. So that's how for the NPTEL course is a link to the FDP. So so that's the faculty members. That's one category we have. We have the college students who have the wonderful opportunity of the learning from the most renowned subject experts, the domain experts of the country. So they get that opportunity. They can learn at their own pace. They get a lot of networking opportunities, and also if they get a certificate, I mean, of course they can use it for their credit transfer. That's one part, that academic part, but also a certificate from IIT or a certificate from ISC is also I mean, takes them a step ahead during their internship, during their during their employment opportunities. And industries where we have this these skill recruits, we have this fresher training, we have this employment reskilling, that means this is a on-job learning kind of thing. And what we see that this is about 88% we have the attendance on the examination, and about 70% is the pass rate. So, so it's not that the exams are very tough. So nothing to be really, afraid of writing the exams. It is based on what is being taught. So there should not be, any such any such reservation that the NPTEL exams is going to be very tough. The IIT standardized standard. We try to do it in a way which is understandable, which is where anybody can grasp it, and also and that's the exam attendance and the pass percentage, that's what they show. So this is what the course content that you can, you have the downloads, there are the assignments, the transcripts, you have the books, the videos, and also the statistics are available. So week-wise, so this I mean, those anybody who has even attended one course, anybody who has registered for a single course will be aware of these. Now, these are the top 20 examination cities. Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Coimbatore, Karnataka, Delhi, Telangana. They are some of our, I mean, the top exam cities. So, but unfortunately, we do not have really, many representation from the eastern part for as far as examination attendance is considered. So I think we should take this as an opportunity and not as a drawback. We should have more and more participation for examination. We are much willing to listen to you and to find out that why there is exam registration. I think we have a feedback session after this with the local chapters. So just after this presentation, where we can discuss about this, that how we can increase the exam registration, because attendance is, I mean, the registration is quite high. Then why are we not having the so much of exam registration? Let us try to jointly solve it. Let us hear from you, and also how we can increase this, and just maybe next time we have some of the Eastern Indian cities flashed in this slide, added to this slide. So this is a state-wise exam registration over the last semester. Tamil Nadu thing is really, I mean, is quite high. That is about the last, if we see July 24, it is much above the other states. And here also what we see that the southern part, the southern India, I mean, the exam registration had been historically good. But so let us take inspiration from that, and also in the eastern part, let us improve this the scenario. I would like to highlight here that outside India is not that NPTEL is a national affair. I mean, from outside the country also we have exam registration. If you see that there is a row which has been marked in blue, which says the outside India, we have the exam registration from outside India as well. And that's, I would say, really very encouraging, because I mean, we have this, I was mentioning this in my morning welcome talk, that this is the largest online repository, and and it is of very high quality and content. So that's why it shows that the outside India registration is also quite, I mean, it's increasing. The local chapters, 6,000 plus local chapters, 6305 to be precise, nationwide. But I mean, it's very easy to be registered as a local chapter, but what is important is to maintain as an active local chapters, because we also have some inactive local chapters. Now towards the end of this presentation, my colleague Professor Vignesh will be talking more about the local chapters, how to involve them, and maybe so he would be mentioning it then, that how that the problem of this inactive local chapters and how you can remain active as a local chapter after you are registered. So this is a pictorial representation of the candidates' enrollment and registration. The enrollment count and the registration count, as you can see, for the last 2 years, January 2023 to July 2024. Yeah, we are increasing. It's not that going down, but probably we can do slightly better in the terms of registration. Now the NPTEL domain and stars. So these are the various categories. Now we have this NPTEL domain scholar. Now what we mean by the domain scholar is that if someone completes a basket of subjects under a particular domain, that means he or she has attained specialization in that particular domain. So we have this identified domain, and within each domain, which are the subjects. So it is, something like doing a specialization on a particular area. So I would definitely request that whenever who are the mentors, who are the faculty members, the SPOCs, should encourage their students because to get such kind of specialization. So because that will be very, very useful. I mean, because that would kind of increase their employability. They would be acknowledged to have some better understanding about a particular domain, which gives them an edge over the others in any kind of the job interview or during internship. So that's the domain scholar part. The others are the NPTEL superstars we have, who has appeared in 4, 5 or 6 exams and the topper in at least 3 exams. And we have NPTEL evangelists, we have NPTEL motivated learners, which is the highest in number, the NPTEL enthusiast, discipline stars, and the NPTEL believers. Now as you all know, that we do facilitate the superstars, and so just to motivate them and to have more and more exam registration, and to just get into more into this process. Next, this is what the domain certification. Now, why, what, and how? So that's the typical way we are now talking now, just to make things easily understandable. So these are the examples. Say computer science is a domain, and within which you have this artificial intelligence, this data science, the programming, the foundation of the computing system. So similarly, we have like civil engineering, we could have electrical engineering, we could have mechanical engineering. So this is actually, this domain certification is a certificate in a specific area in a discipline. So what you need to do, how to achieve that? You complete a set of core and electives, courses, and the minimum score, I mean the complete and also, I mean the pass of course, and that means minimum score for each course is greater than 60, and the course need to be completed within a period of 3 years. It's like the engineering colleges, you know, offering the one major degree along with a minor degree. It is something similar to that. So this is the domain certificate that we have. So, so this is this elaborates, like if you have a discipline, and within the discipline you have this domain. So the colored part shows the discipline: aerospace engineering, biotechnology, and bioscience, and the domain is the flight mechanics, and that's the domain, and bioprocess. So within say within biotechnology and bioscience, you have got 4 domains. So that's how it is possible. So you can have a domain certification in artificial intelligence, and it's needless to say that a domain certification in artificial intelligence or in data science or in programming or in system management will definitely increase the employability or the internship opportunities for the students and also for the professionals, though I mean that's important also. So this is how the sample domain certificate would look like, and here now number of the domains completed, if we see that and number of scholars, so about 665 scholars have till date completed 1 domain, and the 46 have completed 2, and 3 and 4, that means that's difficult to achieve because just now we discussed about the criteria, so the completing 3 and 4 domain is tough. So we have, but still we have 7 and 1 scholar completing this, and the domain with most scholars programming and the data science and artificial intelligence. So these are the most popular domain, and because of the rising popularity of these domain and their importance in every sector, actually every sector, be it engineering, be it basic science, be it even urban planning, since I am a professor of urban planning, so AI is getting into everything, and that's what is reflected here. So these are the NPTEL star learners, and I'm happy to say that the NPTEL domain scholars is, we are maintaining a good standard. NPTEL superstars increasing. So I mean the numbers are increasing, but yes, but probably it's steady. It is steady increase, but we have scope to grow. We have scope to increase this. Now, maybe the next question is, in how many semesters are learners completing the domain? So what we see that 3, 4 and 5, that's the average. So this is I mean this, if I mean a question might be, you might be thinking that how we can have this domain certificate, how fast we can have this domain certification. So generally on an average in 3, 4 and 5 semesters, what we see from the statistics, that maximum number of candidates are able to complete these domains in either 3, 4 or 5 semesters. So that's the time that someone would be taking. I mean majority of the people are taking, majority of the participants are taking. So highest number of NPTEL courses taken till date. One course is about 3 lakhs. Now what we see here that the maximum number, again if we just look at the average, the maximum number of the participants are taking at least 2 or 3 courses in July 2023. So even the number of courses for 4 and above 1000, only 5 and 5 above 1000, that is 5 are taking 5 or 6 courses. But if you say that the number of the course count is the average of the 2 and 3, so we have again the taking the rule of average, we have the maximum number of students or participants who are taking either 2 or 3 courses. I mean these are the statistics just to give you an idea that how much you should be able to manage I mean, you might be thinking that you should not be, I mean, registering the course and not being able to complete might be a bit frustrating or demotivating. So this is just to tell that that so many people are comfortably completing the 2 or 3 courses as we see. One course is very easy. That's why we have so many numbers. So you can just, I mean, I'm sure that when you go back to your colleges, when you talk to your students, there might be, you need to mentor them that how many students should be taking, or the students, if they ask, if they reach out to you, like we have, I don't know what's your system. Like in IIT, we have the concept of faculty advisor who kind of monitors the course for the students, that how many additional courses they can take, how many, I mean, the extra courses if they want to achieve minor, depending upon the student's capability. So probably these statistics will help you in that. So this is how we encourage our NPTEL stars. Now, NPTEL initiative page we have. I will just start this, and then after I will invite Professor Vignesh who would continue with this. So now credit transfer I already mentioned. Preparatory preparation for the GATE exams. We have this NPTEL Plus. We have separate slides which kind of explain all this. We have the internship opportunity for the toppers. We have recently started the pre-doc fellowship, which have really been very successful in the last term. And we have these laboratory workshops which are of very short duration, but that gives the candidates hands-on experience and the chance of working working in the laboratories, in the IIT laboratories. We have this soft skill training, which is also very important for, particularly for facing the interviews. So this is the post-bac fellowship, where you have the opportunity to work with the top faculty at IITs. Now, so here, please, sir. Yeah, please join us. So what we can do, we move on the slides and we can add on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You want to start?
Yeah, sure. So, thank you. I wanted to, I'm from IIT Madras. I'm one of the coordinators of NPTEL at IIT Madras. So I'm here for the SPOC event. I wanted to interact with some of you and specifically talk about the initiatives which we are doing. So main thing which I want to highlight is that these initiatives which we are talking about are specifically targeted to help the students and the various learners at all levels. So see, one thing is to get an NPTEL certificate, right? So you are doing a course, you learn the content, you gain knowledge, you get the certificate, maybe get credit transfer if your university has that provision. So that is one level. But one thing which you would have seen is there are people who are doing many courses with NPTEL. They are getting domain certifications. They are getting, they are being recognized as stars because they are completing so many courses with us, and they are actually excelling in the courses as well. So from NPTEL, we have always been thinking, how do we motivate them? How do we give them more opportunities? How do we create various ways to engage with the learners? So these are some of the things which we have come up with. We do hope we will be able to bring in more such initiatives. So even during the tea break, we were talking about the lab workshops. So we specifically, see, one of the challenges with MOOCs courses is the hands-on learning component might not be as effective as we would like or as we can accomplish in an in-person class session. So lab workshops are a good way to try and do that. So we are trying to bring in many such initiatives. So some of the things like the pre-doc fellowships are quite new. So the pre-doc fellowship, only one batch of students have been selected, and what we see is, yeah, sure. So this is a very interesting initiative which has been started since last year. So students who are recognized as NPTEL stars, right? So basically people who have completed 3 or 4 courses and done really well in these courses, they have an opportunity to come and work at an IIT for a year. So this is a period where they can actually explore whether research is for them. They can work in an IIT faculty's lab, and this can give them very strong training. So students who are sincere and are interested in pursuing research career can have this 1-year period where they can actually try and learn whether research is for them and how they can actually work. And this is going to be in a domain which they have been studying, right? So they are already done 3-4 courses in that area, so they have some background. So the faculty are also willing to host, and NPTEL is supporting their stipend for this. NPTEL will pay 25,000 rupees per month, and there is also some contingency expenses which will be covered by NPTEL. So this is actually quite substantial, because if you look at a summer fellowship in an IIT, it's usually only a few thousand rupees for 5,000-6,000 rupees per month. So here NPTEL is providing substantial financial support while giving the opportunity to work for a year. So these are things which the students can actually benefit. So last time we had about 100 projects and we had 300 people apply. And I think currently there are about 65 students who are still working on this pre-doc fellowship. 1 or 2 have converted to PhDs in the same lab. So they have been able to successfully convert to PhDs as well. So this gives a great opportunity for learners who are motivated and sincere. So this year again we have started this. We have started collecting projects from faculty. So we have almost 250 projects this time. So last time we had 100 projects. So this time we have 250 projects, and we are looking to have 100 to 150 students at least being supported through this program. So these are the numbers. As you can see, currently 50 projects have students, and there are 68 candidates who are working on the projects. So it's showing that there is a lot of promise in this model, and we hope that students will make the best use of it. So as local chapters and SPOCs, we hope that you can disseminate this information to your students. Tell them that there is substantial reward for actually performing well in these NPTEL courses. It's not just that you're getting some credit transfer and it ends there. So there is a way for you to pursue higher education at an IIT. I'm sure all of you know how competitive that is, and getting an opportunity to work in an IIT for a year is a really attractive advantage for the students. So these are some of the feedback which we have received from the students. So by and large, it's very positive. Students are enjoying, so they are learning how to do research. So in many cases, the students might have done coursework and maybe some labs, but research is a very different setting for them to understand what is the research methodology that they should follow, what is the research culture, how that research environment is, and this gives them an opportunity to experience that before they go into full-time research or a PhD. The feedback from faculty has also been very positive. So we, as I said, some have already taken some of these students as their own PhD students. So we hope that that conversion will keep increasing, and we will get more and more motivated learners into the system. So credit transfer, I think, was mentioned here. So see, this is already in place in many universities. There are 3 vice chancellors here. I request them to also look into this option. So we talked about this in greater detail with the vice chancellors. They also pointed out some of the gaps which are there with respect to how the hours are converted to credits. So some of the things which are adopted are based on what an IIT system is. It might not be exactly the model in which universities or AICTE is adopting. So we will take that feedback into consideration and see how we can structure it. Instead of saying 60 hours is 3 credits, the input was to have a 45-hour course for 3 credits. And right now it is 40 hours for 2 credits and 60 hours for 3 credits is what is being recommended. So that is based on what IITs generally consider to be 2 and 3 credits. So we will look at how to map it for AICTE, and we will definitely take that input into consideration. So if your university has a credit transfer model, please incorporate it. So there are different ways in which colleges have been supporting students to do credit transfer. So as you are aware, we have a local chapter dashboard where we give data about your students, and you can see that, and I'm sure many of you are here to receive awards for active and performing local chapters as well. But we hope that more and more local chapters will arise, and we are also looking to see how we can engage better with the colleges here in the East Zone and increase the numbers. As Professor Hemanti was mentioning, the numbers in the East Zone, there is a lot more scope to grow. We know that there are many colleges, many aspiring students, so we want to engage with them. So if you would like to have some awareness workshops for a group of colleges, or if you can bring more people involved, we'll be happy to engage with them. We will have some of our team members give presentations, talk to them, and explain what the benefits are and so on.
Maybe you can mention that how. Just to add something, how to choose the courses, maybe you, because maybe you can talk to your students and advise them that not to take the courses in the final year of the degree program. Ideally, best time is to start in the second semester with English or soft skill courses, so that the students, understand that what MOOC is about and the modalities and how to move ahead with that. And also keep it flexible and open as much as possible, because this might be something a bit new for many of our students. So let us go slowly. Let us have them a grasp on the system, so that they also enjoy doing this, and allow students to do the course first, and maybe then they can choose to the credit. So this is what suggestion to the SPOCs which they can forward to their students.
Yeah, so that's an important thing which Professor Hemanti mentioned. So do not mandate courses from NPTEL as part of a curriculum, because there may be students who may enjoy doing it, and there will be students who don't really enjoy doing it, and they get stuck if it is mandated. So it is better to give it as an elective, the open elective category, give them a very broad option where they can do some of the courses and then choose to transfer it. So that's the model most of the IITs are also adopting. Right, so to start with, what we say is you do the course and then you bring the certificate. After you complete, you bring the certificate and transfer it into the program, instead of kind of putting it as a mandatory course and so on. So that definitely encourages more students to do it. So then they have lesser fear and lesser fear of failure. So they are more willing to explore. So that is something which we should definitely take into account. So many universities have already adopted, IITs and NITs have also adopted credit transfer. So here are some list of IITs which have already adopted. So there are also more IITs which are probably not included. IIT Delhi recently adopted this as well. So almost all of the IITs are now accepting NPTEL credits. So the reason for that is also that the SWAYAM and NPTEL courses, it's not just that it is a MOOCs course where you complete something and you get a certificate, right? So you have weekly assignments to see if they are regular and they are making progress, and there is an exam at the end of the semester where they have to go to a center and write. So that makes sure that there is credibility to the credits that are being awarded. So a lot more universities have been willing to take it for credit transfer because of that. And I can guarantee you that none of the IITs are allowing transfer from edtech companies where you don't have this kind of an assessment process. But only NPTEL, where you have this genuine assessment, we are able to accept it for credit transfer. So that definitely gives a lot more credibility to the certification that is being given. So the credit equivalence, as I already mentioned, has already been there. We will work on it to match it for AICTE requirements as well. Okay, so faculty getting FDP certificate is another important thing which AICTE has helped us. So we have signed an MOU to extend this for 5 more years. So AICTE now gives an FDP certificate. So any faculty who completes an NPTEL course can apply for this certificate. So at the time of enrollment itself, they can check whether this course is accepted as an FDP, and if it is, they can complete the course and apply for an FDP certificate, and we issue this certificate, which can be used to count towards the FDP requirements for the faculty. A lot of faculty do this, and many faculty actually complete domains, and that has helped them to even kind of transition into different areas and maybe teach subjects which were probably not their core subjects during their college education. So here are some of the criteria. So as you can see that on the SWAYAM course page, this information will be there. It will say that this is an AICTE approved FDP course. If that information is there, then you can register for that course, complete the course and earn an FDP certificate. So the conversions are given there. So 8-week NPTEL course is considered to be a full FDP of 1 week, and 4 and 12 are considered as half and 1.5 FDP courses. Okay, so another thing which we do is we also want to support the SPOCs who have been helping us to reach the students in the local chapters and build the network which we are hoping to accomplish. So through that, for that reason, we have now we have been supporting conference attendance from NPTEL SPOCs. So if you have if you are attending a conference in one of the IITs or NITs or IIM, you can actually apply for this support, and we do process it, and we can provide some support. There are some conditions on how much can be supported and wonder what categories it can be submitted, but the main criteria which we look for is it should be a credible national or international conference. So we look at where it is being conducted. So if you are interested in applying for that, please do let us know. We will be happy to support you. And in case you are not going and you would like to nominate a faculty member in your college, that is also possible. We can provide that support as well. So this we hope will encourage and motivate more and more local chapters to engage with us, and hopefully it will advance your careers as well. So the details of the process is given for you. So you can basically you just have to approach us with these details. We will process the registration fee and your travel expenses based on the bills that are being submitted. Okay, so this is a more recent initiative, maybe about 2-3 years old, where we started this GATE portal based on CSR support. So initially there was some CSR support which helped us set up this GATE portal. So a lot of students are actually getting trained for GATE exam through this. So as you are aware, GATE exam question papers are set by IIT faculty, right? And IIT faculty are teaching the courses here as well, and the syllabus is based on some of these courses. So what we have done is we have now mapped the courses and lectures according to GATE syllabus, and people can watch these videos, prepare, and we are also conducting mock tests for various disciplines. And students can actually take these mocks. So more than 5,600 students have actually taken these mocks, and they are getting trained. So interestingly, we have had students who are getting in the top 100 ranks writing to us saying that all they did were use NPTEL GATE portal. It is not so they have not gone for any other training. So last year's rank 1 in, I don't know which discipline, maybe in biotech or in chemical, and I can't recollect which one. So one of the disciplines, they said the person had studied only through GATE, and he scored the GATE All India rank 1. So there is definitely a lot of material which can help in preparing for GATE. And GATE, as you know, will open opportunities not just for higher education, but also for placements in all the public sector companies. So definitely something which your students can use. Please do make your students aware of it. Ask them to prepare and write GATE, which really gives an overall perspective of the discipline that they are studying. Okay, there is another initiative which was started for the reason of giving more flexibility to learners. So one of the things about NPTEL is the timelines are kind of very set, right? So whether it's the dates for enrollment, dates for registration, when the courses are offered, all these are kind of set in stone, and we announce the dates almost 2-3 years ahead of time, and we stick to that timetable. One thing which we have realized is there are learners who may not want to do this kind of a semester type structured program, and they may want to do it in a self-paced program. So for that reason, we started this NPTEL Plus, where many of these NPTEL courses are offered as a self-paced learning. So you can try and do it in a very fast way if you are capable, or if you want to do it in a slower pace, that is also possible. In addition to this, a lot of continuing education programs and workshops which are conducted by IITs are also offered through this platform. So this gives an opportunity to do a lot more courses, a lot more cutting edge topics, not just the kind of courses which are traditionally what is taught in an academic environment, but more of workshop related kind of courses and things like that can also be done here. So the main differences are shown here. So NPTEL courses are Senate approved academic courses. However, NPTEL Plus, all kinds of training is given. So there can be software tool training or skill based courses or like cutting edge topics which are shorter courses as well. It might be just 5 hours courses and so on, right? Not just a full-fledged NPTEL course. Here in case of NPTEL, it is primarily students and faculty members. NPTEL Plus, industry professionals could also use it because it's not, the time constraints are not there. It is self-paced, right? So the self-paced mode really gives a lot more flexibility. And if there are maybe some courses where the number of participants might be limited. When there is going to be more engagement, the limited number of seats might be given for some of these workshops and courses. The only difference is here NPTEL Plus is not an MOE funded project. It is a self-sustaining project. So most of these courses will have a fee associated with it. Unlike NPTEL, where enrollment is completely free, here there may be a nominal fee. And it ranges from anywhere between 100 rupees onwards, right? So for some lab courses, it's only 100 rupees to start with, but it is something to also make sure there is commitment from the students to do it. Okay, another thing which we have done is the internship for toppers. So this is something which is already there. So this is for, so while we talked about the post-bac pre-doc fellowships, which is a 1-year fellowship, there is also an internship which is available for the toppers. So this internship which is available is for anybody who has topped in a course. Let's say that I teach a course on tissue engineering. So if you are one of the toppers in that course, you can come and work in my lab for 8 weeks during the summer. So that is an opportunity which is given to all toppers in that course. So that is a tremendous opportunity. The one thing I want to point out is the stipend has been revised very recently. It's not 5,000 for 4 weeks, it's 15,000 now. So the stipend has actually just been revised. So this was maybe like a month back it was revised. So, so from this year on, there is going to be substantial support for the internship as well. So this definitely adds a lot of value for their resume, and students who are doing really well in these places should be able to even convert into PhDs eventually. So I have had 3 interns through this process, and at least 2 of them have published full-fledged papers with me through the internship. So they have been highly productive, and this gives a lot of opportunities for students.
I think we have revised the 1 year stipend also. We have included the HRA in that, the 1 year part. So 1 year, the 1 year that Professor was talking about, that gives, earlier it was 25,000 per month, but now HRA has been added to that. That was our decision in the last PIC meeting which we had in IIT Madras, because you are staying in different IITs where accommodation might not always be readily available within the campus. So that's why we have added HRA also to encourage more and more people. And also there is an additional fund which is given for that 1 year thing in the terms of the laboratory equipment, laboratory contingency and all. So just to add to that, over to you.
So industry associateship program is where we are partnering with industries. We currently have almost 100 partners. We also have a lot of CSR partners who have been helping us. So one of the concerns which was raised is students from rural background, although the exam fee is only 1,000 rupees, it is still a substantial amount for a significant fraction of people in our country. So we do keep trying to support them. So one of the things which we have done is partner with industries through CSR support. We are able to refund the fee for students who are deserving. So for that, we actually reach out to the local chapters, and you can nominate a list of students who you think are eligible. So recently what we have said is, if you are a college from a tier 2, tier 3 town, and you have a group of students who you believe are deserving of this fee support, you can submit a list of students to us. Based on fund availability, we will try and allocate the fee reimbursement for as many people as possible. So that we want to keep, we are working on increasing these numbers every year. Currently, we are able to support about 15,000 students a semester. So we are hoping that these numbers will keep increasing as and when we get more and more CSR support. So we also offer soft skills training for the learners. So this is also given through SPOCs. So in colleges where you do not have these soft skill training programs, we provide these support. A lot of learners have actually been able to get trained, and they have been able to crack their interviews based on this. So this is just a distribution of the industries, which kind of industries are there and so on. So yeah, soft skills, as I was talking about, these are conducted as 1 week or 2 week sessions. So this gives an employability assessment test and online interactive sessions and mock interviews. This really helps students to prepare for interviews. Many a times the students have the technical knowledge, but having the soft skills, being able to present themselves well in an interview is not something they are familiar with. And if a college does not have that placement ecosystem where they can provide this kind of training, then it becomes harder for them. So this is especially true in colleges which are in tier 2, tier 3 towns. So we are providing this support. So if you have students who deserve this support, we will be happy to provide this support as well. So we talk about communication skills, writing skills. We help them build resumes and also give some interpersonal skills and social networking in the context of job search. See, one thing which has happened in today's world is whatever is advertised is probably only 10% of the jobs. The other 90% of the jobs are never advertised. It's only through the network that you get in. Right? So how do you use LinkedIn? How do you use other social media networks to build your network and actually present yourself as a potential candidate? These have become very critical skills, and all these things will be taught during this period. So as I already said, the partial fee waiver, which is supported through CSR, is specifically kept for economically weaker section students from the tier 2, tier 3 cities. And as of now, about more than 1.6 lakh students have been supported in the rate of about 15,000 students per semester. We are trying to increase it as we go along. As you can see, suddenly there was a dip in the number of people, and we are now trying. That's why we have now said you give a list of as many as you think are deserving, instead of giving only 2, 3 from each college, which is what the earlier criteria was. Now we are saying, if your college, you think that there are 40 people or 50 people who you think are deserving, please give us the entire list. We will support as many people as possible based on the fund availability. So regional language translation is something which is very close to the ministry's heart. And we have been working on translating content to 11 languages. We have now made significant progress where we have been able to use a blend of machine learning tools and human intervention to have really well translated content. So these are audio translated content. So you can see that when you go, as you know, the videos are available on YouTube. Now YouTube has an option to toggle audio. So you can actually change the audio, and audio in different languages are now available. So when you are watching the video, the faculty, while he might have taught it, he or she might have taught it in English, you can watch this entire video in Hindi or Bengali or Kannada or Telugu or whatever. Then in 11 languages we are working on. Obviously we have not been able to convert all courses yet, but for many of the popular courses we have been able to translate them into at least 7 or 8 languages. So this is definitely of great value for students for whom language barrier is a challenge. So at least for the introductory courses, this can definitely be helpful. So the last initiative which I want to highlight more specifically is the lab workshop. So as I said, this is typically 1 week duration. So where in-person lab workshops are conducted in IITs or ISERs. So ISER Pune has conducted multiple workshops. So where the students can go there and spend 5 days, 6 days and do about 2 experiments per day, and they have an exam at the end. So this is completely subsidized for all students. It's only 200 rupees for the workshop fee, and accommodation and food expenses need to be taken care by the students. The certificate can be recommended for 1 credit, and if the college or university is willing to transfer this credit, that can also be used for credit transfer. So this is also something which we are trying to increase. The number of workshops which we have conducted is still small. We are trying to make sure that it's larger. We were also debating on how to engage with faculty through this, whether these can be conducted as FDP programs, and then the faculty can go and use it for dissemination of the knowledge to their own colleges and so on. We will definitely work on those ideas. So with that, I would also like to show that we are very active on social media. So if you are looking to know about our initiatives, what is going on, what our students are up to, please follow us in any of these platforms. If you are active on social media, you will get to know what are all the things which are going on. This is definitely useful if you want to keep up with NPTEL to see what new initiatives keep coming. One thing I can guarantee you is NPTEL team is very dynamic when it comes to making changes. Every 6 months we meet, all faculty involved as coordinators, we meet every 6 months. At the end of every semester, we review what has happened. We make changes to what needs to be done. And if there are new proposals, we take them up and we keep improving the process to the extent possible. So please do follow us if you think it will be helpful. Okay, so.
We will start with the section on the local chapters. Now, we are also waiting for our director to join us online. So he said that he would be joining us around 12:30. So if he joins, we will take a few minutes break. Huh?
We can ask questions.
Yes. I think there are a few slides on local chapter.
Yeah. So should we talk about this, or we'll take a few questions and then?
Whatever, we can just talk about this. I mean, this just talks about a few statistics, like maybe you can just 6,000 plus.
Okay. So see, one of the things which has actually helped in NPTEL become successful is the local chapter network that has been built. So that's why Professor Hemanti was also emphasizing on being active local chapters. Local chapters are the backbone of what happens with NPTEL, because you are our last mile connectivity. Otherwise, we do not have a way to reach your students. So through you, we are reaching lakhs of students at this point. So you can see that in July-December 2024, we had almost 9.2 lakh students taking exams, which is a phenomenal number. But out of that 9.2 lakhs, 7.8 lakhs come from local chapters. 85% of our registration is through you. So as we grow the number of local chapters and as more and more local chapters become active, we can definitely have a bigger impact. Sorry, please, sir. You wanted to say something? Yes, sir. Please, please.
Can we have another mic, or maybe you can?
Yeah, at the outset, I thanks to NPTEL coordinators for such a comprehensive presentations. My question is only that you have a good number of local chapters, 6,500 plus, but a very few exam centers. So my request is, if we will increase the number of exam centers, there will be a significant improvement in the enrollment of the students. Because in Chhattisgarh, today there is only one exam center. And from our university to that particular exam center is a 5 to 6 hour journey. So Students registered good numbers. This year, in last semester, 400 students registered in our university, but finally at the time of examination, only 160, 170 appeared. So my request, if we increase the number of exam centers also, in addition to the local chapter, it will significantly improve the enrollment numbers in the NPTEL courses.
Sure. Yes, sir. So we are aware of this problem. We are trying to work on this. So basically, as of now, exams are being conducted in partnership with an exam partner. So we do try to increase the number of centers. So what we have been trying to do is connect with the local chapters and try to see whether those local chapters could be used as an exam center and whether they can partner with the TCS and so on. So we will reach out to your college. If your college is having 400 students and if you have the facility to conduct these exams, we will connect with you and then we will see whether an exam center can be set up in that. So again, the exam partner should also agree. So there has to be some.
Yeah, we will.
Sure.
We will have a workshop.
Yeah. So we will definitely work on it, sir. So we will. Any local chapter which is willing to sign up as an exam center, you can write to us, and we will connect you with the concerned team of the exam partner. So they will do some preliminary evaluation to see whether you have the infrastructure and whether you can, whether it can be suitable to conduct. And most colleges which have good computer lab facilities will be able to partner. And if you can partner, then we will be able to increase the number of centers. We are also trying to grow with the number of exam centers. See, ultimately, while these numbers of 9 lakh people seems to be a fantastic number, if we think about the number of students who are actually in college in India, that is in the order of a few crores. So we need to scale this even further to make sure that this is accessible for everybody. So that is something we do want to work on. So if you have some centers which you are willing to partner, please let us know.
Thank you, sir. Dibendu, I think we have some. Pechone, we'll get back to you. Pechone ekjon ashe erpor onake diyo.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Actually, we have a local chapter as well as we have a center. But the problem is with the exam partner, that is your TCS people. When they will come, we have around 700 to 800 systems to provide the examinations. But they are not able to configure with the high-end systems. Right, that is the problem. We have a mail to the NPTEL that we are facing such kind of problem. They are not updated their mechanism to conduct the examination. So rather than they are blaming to the institute that we are not getting the system properly. No. Day by day we have to upgrade our system rather than degrade the systems. Yeah. And their examination system is not incorporated with the high-end systems.
Yes, sir. So
that is the problem we are facing.
Yes, sir. So we know this issue. We have brought this up with TCS. So yes, TCS has told that this issue is being addressed, and hopefully by the next round of exams, all the latest systems will also be usable. So they are, see, one of the things they have done is they developed it on some configurations, and once the configurations are updated, they have not updated their software. So that is something that they are working on. So we will definitely do that so that more and more computers can be used.
Sir, another important issue is last time we have raised for the NPTEL cyber security domain. And
okay,
thanks for the NPTEL team, they have worked out and they have incorporated that particular domain also. And I thank you so much. But there is a discrimination about the credit distribution. There is an 50 hours, whereas another courses are 50 weeks. All other domains are 60 weeks. How they are discriminate all these things, I have a little bit confused on that.
So that it's not a discrepancy as such. So what has
because all the domains are 60 weeks, sir.
No, sir. Actually, domains minimum is 50 weeks. Okay. So there are domains which are 50 weeks or 60 weeks. Okay. So the minimum requirement for a domain is 50 weeks. So 50 weeks you have to complete, and you have to complete it with each course with at least 60% and so on. So that, and it has to be completed within a 3-year period. So those are the criteria which are there for a domain. Okay. But some domains, the concerned expert committee felt like 50 weeks might not be sufficient, so they have recommended more.
Okay.
But actually 50 weeks is the domain. Sir. So definition for a domain is 50 weeks only.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please. Yeah. So we will hold for a minute. We'll hold the questions for a minute. Hemant, you want to announce?
We are extremely glad to be joined by our director. So we are getting him on the screen.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir. We are trying to, we still cannot, okay, yes, okay. So I will take the pleasure of introducing you in one line, if you allow. So, Professor Amit Patra, we have been extremely honored to join by our director, Professor Amit Patra, who is also director of IIT BHU. Professor Patra is an alumnus of IIT Kharagpur, and he had been holding previously several key positions at the institute, including serving as the Dean of Alumni Affairs and International Relation between 2007 to 2013, and as the Deputy Director from 2021 to 2024. And now as our Acting Director, he is had been encouraging us for this workshop, and with his support, we are here today. So I will now hand over the forum to Sir. Sir, it's over to you, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much, Hemanti. So I'm very sorry that I'm not able to come there in person, because I would have loved to listen to all of you and learn more about what is the current status of NPTEL. And in fact, I understand it is doing very well. In fact, not only from IIT Kharagpur, now that I have come to IIT BHU, I also know that the students of IIT BHU and the faculty of IIT BHU, although faculty of IIT BHU haven't participated much in developing courses, but they are slowly getting into it. In fact, several new courses have been identified where IIT BHU faculty are getting in. But students are very happy to have NPTEL course. And in fact, in IIT BHU curriculum, we do allow students to get certain credits for open electives as well as additional courses from NPTEL SPOC courses. In fact, we are currently, in fact, not only that, also for PhD students, we are relaxing them their sort of residential requirements, and they can take those courses from NPTEL SPOC and get those credits, and then they don't need to stay in the campus for longer periods, especially for people working from industry. It's a very helpful thing for them. So we are really taking advantage of all these platforms, and in the coming years, I think it's going to go further. And there are also, a lot of courses, online courses are, becoming the order of the day, especially in those subjects where the laboratory components are relatively less. And so it is very, it's a good news that, in fact, the all IITs combined together along with ISC, we have been able to put together such a plethora of courses, and which is now almost complete in terms of the subject matters for various degree programs. Maybe we can actually, think of in a, maybe I'm telling in an offhand manner, but maybe that could be the order of the day, something like an NPTEL University, or which is in itself a complete, degree-giving organization, especially in the online mode, and it can have MOUs or understandings or agreement with other colleges and universities and IITs to both collaborate with the faculty there as well as supplement with their courses, and really create a much bigger outreach than what we are having today. So I wish you all good luck, and congratulations to those who are going to get awards for being recognized as top faculty in terms of attracting students. And I think it's a very good thing, and I think I would wish that our NPTEL courseware would become even more famous than the MIT courseware, because we are having our examination and other things connected to it, and so it could be a really new paradigm in education. So with this, let me wish you all the very best for today, and enjoy the rest of the program.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us online in spite of your extremely busy schedule. And sir, just to update you that we have been here joined physically by our by many distinguished guests. Like we have the Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor Vidyasagar University.
No stop.
We have Professor R.D. Patidar, Vice Chancellor of the O.P. Jindal University, Chhattisgarh. We have Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor of the Techno India University. We also have Professor Vignesh, who is from the IIT Madras. He's in stage on stage with me, and we were just having the technical presentation. So, and also we have our faculty colleagues, Professor Shudip Mishra and Professor Shomokanti Ghosh. So they have joined us, sir, as very for their significant contribution in NPTEL. Why we are doing so well. IIT Kharagpur is doing so well in terms of delivery of courses. This is all because of them. So this is what, sir, and. So we were just having the technical presentation, I mean, where we discuss about what NPTEL is about, I mean, which many of them know, and we mainly talk about the NPTEL new initiatives, like the laboratory workshop, the post-bac fellowship, the internship opportunities. So these we were talking about, and just now before you had joined, we were having a very interactive feedback session with the local chapters and the SPOCs, or the single point of contact, and the faculty members from the local chapters, where we were discussing about how to take NPTEL further, how to penetrate more, how to reach out to the remote areas, how to increase the exam registration. So these were the few things we were discussing, and Professor Vignesh and I, we were listening to them. So this is how we are going on.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I have not explicitly addressed the SPOCs. In fact, they are the the cornerstone of our success, and without them, the movement that has started will not happen. So once again, my personal congratulations and thanks to all the SPOCs who are there today.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the gathering, I thank you very much. And thank you for
thank you very much.
You
please carry on. I'll drop out after a few minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we can continue with our feedback.
Please, I think
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am. Myself, Dr. C.K. Panda. I am from Bihar Agriculture University. Actually, ma'am, last year we have the 6th Green Committee that is recommended by Indian Council of Research. Before that, we are not much more inclined toward mostly because we have the sufficient teacher, our ecosystem is like that. Mostly we don't depend upon the online courses. Anyway, situation has changed. As per the recommendation of the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, they had made it compulsory. All the students have to be complete 10 credit online courses from any MOOC platform. It may be the NPTEL or the SWAYAM, Coursera, and so on and so on. Naturally, considering the quality of the courses and its implication, we preferred the SWAYAM course or the NPTEL course. As you know that there is a limited number of courses inclined to the agriculture, but I found that one course that is the soft skill, it is very much helpful for our student. And we are teaching, we have the courses like BSc Agriculture, BSc Horticulture, BTech Biotechnology, and BTech Agriculture Engineering, and also the Agribusiness Management. So I request on behalf of our university that if it is possible to include some courses in agriculture areas, and also we have the 10 colleges in our university that is scattered in the different agroclimatic zone of our state, Bihar state. So give us the facility for the center so that we have the computer facility around 250 plus. And recently we have the collaboration with the CDAC partner. They will provide all kind of support in the internet. We have the NKN facility also. So internet will not be at all the problem, a good facility and exam center also. So we actually have to start from the very beginning, because all the technology university they have started, but for us it will be from the start from the beginning. So I'll be happy if you give someone phone number whenever you need any kind of support. That will be great help for me. So thank you all from my side.
So thanks for the input. So there are some courses on NPTEL on agricultural engineering and agri-tech kind of courses, but they are, as you said, they are not a large in number. So one thing which you would see with the type of courses which are offered on NPTEL is it is reflective of the programs which are run by IITs. So agricultural technology or agricultural engineering is not commonly present in all IITs. I think Kharagpur has one, right? Yeah, so other than that, I don't think most other IITs are offering. So that's one of the challenges which we try to work on, but we will try to source more and more courses. So we have been working on pharmacy, had this similar challenge. Now we are adding more and more courses on pharmacy by partnering with NIPER. Yeah, there are a few, but he's asking to increase the basket. So we will definitely work on that. But biotech and all, I'm sure there is a lot more options on NPTEL. We will definitely work on that. And exam center, yes, as I already have mentioned, we have to work with the exam partner. We are not able to conduct it directly. So if there are local chapters which can sign up as an exam center, please do write to us. We will connect you with the concerned team from the exam partner. If there is an agreement, then we can definitely take it forward.
Yeah.
We have 5 faculty members at present from IIT Kharagpur who have courses on agriculture. Ashish Kumar Datta, Somshubra Chakraborti, Harinivas Mishra. You can just find out there are 5. Rajendra Singh and again Gaurav, who have just given, I guess. So there are. So maybe you may look for it. Maybe there are in different names. So like Professor Ashish Kumar Datta, he has on instrumentation and process control in food industry. So maybe you just give agriculture, it will not come. But if you actually start, I mean, maybe what you can do, you just find out the faculty members who are in the agriculture department at IIT Kharagpur, and if you search by their name, maybe you will be able to access the courses. That would be easier, I guess.
Very good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. Praveen from Sri Siddhartha Academy of Higher Education. I'm from Karnataka. So actually I have 2 questions, sir. So one is, you mentioned the toppers will going to get the internship. So we have so many toppers. So whether your district is like, only top 5% or top 10%, and what basis you are going to give internship in person? As you mentioned, 15,000 as an internship stipend.
Yeah.
That is one question.
Okay, so let me answer that and then we will go for the next question. Okay. So see, internship opportunities, anybody who is recognized as a topper is eligible for the internship opportunity. However, we also need to know whether the faculty is offering an internship for the course in which the student has topped. See, I was talking about the course which I offer. It's called tissue engineering. So for that, I offer internships. But I also offer another course on material and energy balances for which I don't offer an internship. Because that's a very fundamental course. And tissue engineering is a research-oriented course which will actually prepare them to come and work in my lab. So some courses have these internship opportunities and some don't. So if the course has an internship opportunity, what happens is the toppers of that course are notified saying that you can apply. And once they apply, then the faculty evaluates them either through an interview or some other mechanism, some screening mechanism, and the faculty decides who will be selected. So as long as you are recognized as a topper by NPTEL, you are eligible to apply for an internship vacancy. So that is the process, but then selection will be based on the faculty recommendation.
The same procedure is applied for the lab workshops?
Okay, so lab workshops are not based on, currently it's not like only for toppers or anything. So many a times it is restricted because of the region in which it is being conducted. If it is going to be in Pune, then people around that usually end up choosing it and so on. Number of seats are limited, but it is not restricted to based on any criteria. It is based on sign-ups. So we will say it might just be first come, first serve kind of a thing. So we'll have to see how it works out. So different models. If we are going to scale it, we have to think of different criteria. But as of now, it is not restricted like that.
So thank you so much, sir. And I wanted to mention, So as ours is a university, Siddhartha Academy of Higher Education, so we frequently change curriculum. So based on what NPTEL newly introduced courses also we are trying to adopt. So the syllabus what we are framing is from almost NPTEL courses. So that I wanted to thank, and also thank you so much, sir. And mainly we are expecting the exam centers. This is what we are facing the problem. So as we have 1,000 plus enrollments, I mean 1,500 enrollment, 1,000 registration we are doing. But students are not that much happy if they really get the exam center.
So which place are you?
I am from Tumkur, sir. It's in Karnataka.
Karnataka, okay. Yeah, so we will try to sign up with the companies. As I said, exam centers are a tough challenge for us to crack because it is not fully in our control. See, when somebody says that, can you please introduce some new courses or define a new domain, that is in our control. Like we can directly contact faculty. But the exam centers, we also have an exam partner. So they also, and the college, which is also a separate entity. Now 3 people have to come on board. So that is one of the reasons we are finding some difficulty. But we do actively work on addressing this challenge. So if you have specific requirements, please do write to us. We will try to address it to the best of our abilities. As I said, I cannot promise a solution for you right away, but we will try to work with the exam partner and connect you to the concerned partner and maybe take it forward from there.
So thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, only the TCS and only the exam partner of NPTEL? So
currently, yes. So there are not too many exam partners who are see, when this is an open tender system through which they are selected, so they were the only qualifying people who have.
Nice. Sir, since the number of the students are drastically increasing, I think the TCS is not able to conduct these exam in that the proper time, or that they are not increasing that the manpower. I think it is better to disseminate thing 2 or 3 that the exam partner, then the problem may be solved.
Yeah, we'll look into it, sir. We will see how that can be done. So there are some challenges there, but yeah, we will consider it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
There is a good initiative of the NPTEL that they are going to involve the conduction of practicals, where students can go stay 1 week and perform some practicals, maybe 1 or 2 in a day. And at the end of the week, the local institute can conduct the examinations. So my question only is, what is the criteria of selection of that particular institute where the NPTEL students can go and conduct the practicals? Because if suppose my university, we are interested that we want to share the infrastructure facilities with the NPTEL, is there any kind of MOUs? Or what is the criteria where you can use our facilities and send students to come? We will provide them the comfortable stay arrangement, and they can perform practicals in our laboratories. And if you can train our trainers, we can conduct the exam also.
Okay. So currently, these lab workshops are being done in IITs and other CFTI, centrally funded institutions. I'm not sure if that can be extended to private institutions. Then because the support for it comes from the ministry, there will always be some challenges if it's going to be with private institutes. We will see if we can evolve some criteria and some objective criteria that can be applied, and then we can see whether that can be adopted. But
So
right now,
currently it is limited to IITs only.
And other centrally funded institutions. So like ICERS also conduct some and so on.
Thank you.
Sorry, I think the lady behind has been raising her hand for a while.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, one and all. Thank you so much for this opportunity, for this interactive session. I am from GIFT Autonomous Bhubaneswar. Dr. Sashmita Hota here, SPOC. Sir, thank you so much for making this possible, that we are bringing our issues in front of you. I have 3 queries. First one is, already I have been engaged with the problem solving sessions that is happening on YouTube. I've been attending that. I'm getting benefits also from that. There I got the query to get my college to be getting the center for examination, and repeatedly twice also I have given mail for it. I unfortunately didn't get receive any response for it, because earlier my institution already had arranged TCS examinations online, and there are sufficient systems also available in my institution.
So, so
yes.
if I may just interject,
Yes.
who did you contact? If you like, was there? So there is a local chapter's email ID.
Yes.
So you contacted through that.
Yes, there twice I contacted.
Okay.
And in the problem solving session also I mentioned, because I've been attending
problem solving session discussion might not be something which comes to us, because that is usually something where the PMRF fellow is conducting
there only
it.
I get this tip that you will give a mail there, we will get back to you.
Okay.
And
no, but they are not actually administrators, so they may not be able to help you there. But yeah, the local chapters team should actually work. There is actually an exam team, not just the local chapters team.
Yes.
If you can write to that exam team, so then they will be able to respond.
I'll be certainly happy if I can get the details.
Are you on the local chapters WhatsApp group?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, so can you post it there? So the concerned people will respond there.
Okay,
so that's
certainly
usually
I'll do that, because last of the, to be mentioning here, last of the 3 sessions, my college has been doing the registration. It is always 2,000 onwards, it is registrations happening. Last time it was 2,560, the before it was 2,300, and time to time the number of my institutional students are increasing, and if my college can get a center, then it will be a big help for my students. Last time many of the students could not able to attend the examination because of center allocation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think
Yes,
I
you
have
have
repeated this
said enough about
multiple
it.
times. See, exam center is a challenge. Yes, we understand. But there are constraints which are beyond my control, full
Yes.
control. So that is why we are trying to, while we are trying to address it, I cannot promise a solution for you right away, but we will definitely look into it. So what we will try to do is, for any local chapter, so I'll maybe talk to the exam team and see which are all the local chapters which are having more than 500 exam registrations, and we will try to reach out to them to see whether they can sign up as an exam center. And that way we will also initiate it from our side, and we will we will connect you with the TCS team to take it forward. We will see if that will work, but again, multiple people are involved here.
Okay, I understand, sir. I'll certainly make a message in the group, and I'll see that no more can be followed up by me. Next issue is, sir, last time we had a fee waiver processing for our students. Fee waiver processing for our student support. Fee waiver.
Fee waiver?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, as you already have shown it, that students are being supported. Some of the students who are financially weak or they are meritorious, they deserving candidates, they are given some assistance, monetary assistance.
Yes.
Some amount is been refunded. And it is been again given by the SPOC, number of students. Last service session, it was in January, April 2024, it was 42 for 1,000. The number of students we can recommend for fee waiver, it is for 1,000 it was 42, and if the range is also there.
Yeah, earlier there was a limit on the number of students you could recommend. So now what we are saying is, what we saw was a couple of semesters that numbers dipped because people had not given enough names. So now what we are requesting is, if you are a college from the tier 2, tier 3 towns, and you actually are eligible for this fee waiver, and you have a list of students who are deserving, you please give us the entire list. Based on fee availability, we will decide on how many people we can support. So if there is enough money to support everybody, that would be an ideal thing, and we would like to do that as well.
So is it been revised just now? Because
yes. So this was revised last month.
Okay.
So again, so this is a new policy. As I said, we keep reviewing it, and this was something which was recently approved. So we will look into it this way.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Professor Chattopadhyay from CE&T. Sir, it's a request, or say like my view. The course content is excellent because and the students are honored enough to get the classes from the expertise and the gem of these subjects. But something like from student side, they had said like for other courses from other platform, they go for more animations. Okay, so they like more and they say like, it's good, content is good, topic is good, but that's the thing. So you're thinking about it.
So, yes sir, so there is you're talking about student engagement maybe through AVGC kind of thing, right? So we have done a little bit of it, but the challenge with which we face is NPTEL course content is quite intense, unlike what you consume for in other maybe edtech platforms which are more introductory content. So it is very difficult to create animations and make it jazzy, and it's also requires a lot of faculty time and involvement. Although we try to do a little bit of it, it becomes much harder, and also there is budget constraints, and if you're talking about certification from private agencies, the charges they have are different. So we are supported by the ministry. There are constraints which we have to work around. We do know that, but we are trying to. So recently ministry has given some approvals for creating some maybe about 5-6 minutes of additional AVGC content for every hour of video and so on. So we are thinking on working on it, but it may not happen immediately. It is not, as I said, this is not a truly popular science kind of content. This is rigorous engineering content and management content. So it's a little harder to do that. So we are working on it, but it might not happen immediately, but some bits and pieces will keep happening.
Wherever is possible, we are taking it up. I think we have a course by Vishwabharati. Mr. Dennis, would you like to elaborate on that, the name of the course where we have got this animated video content?
Recently, a new course have been inducted by Vishwabharati. It is Exercise and Sports Biomechanics. If you go to the introductory video, you can find it so encouraging. So there are animations over there, how the teacher from the sports category, how he wanted to express or to convey about the course. It has been very beautifully demonstrated in that intro video. So there are many other courses which are coming up. It's already there by the IT Madras where the sports category courses was already floated in the portal. Now we are all working together to bring out such new type of courses in different fields. Thank you.
We have the felicitation after this. Maybe we take one more question and then move on for the felicitation. Then yeah, sure. Then we can discuss over the lunch.
Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Dr. Siteshwari Chandrakar, and I am from Durg, Chhattisgarh. It's my humble request. Like assignment, students know where they are making mistakes. There are answers and there are points कि आपको ये क्वेश्चन में इतने नंबर मिले, पर फाइनल एग्जाम में उनको ये पता नहीं चल पाता है. फाइनल एग्जाम में सिर्फ उनको टोटल मार्क्स दे दिए जाते हैं, तो स्टूडेंट्स को ये मार्किंग समझ नहीं आता है कि उन्होंने मिस्टेक कहाँ पर किया है. Model answer, like madam, just assignment mein
assignment, what you're trying to say is that you can see the assignment where you are going wrong, but the final final question, I mean, so can we have the
madam final
jo can we have the model answer being published somewhere? I mean, we can
solutions for that.
Model answer maybe after the results are out, we can work on that, and we can.
Yes,
and then that's a valid point.
Yes,
we can discuss this in the next.
क्योंकि स्टूडेंट्स को पता ही नहीं चलता वो मार्किंग में मिस्टेक कहाँ कर रहे हैं.
समझ गए मैम. आई थिंक ये आपने जो बात उठाई ये अच्छी बात है. सो विल डिस्कस इट अगले मीटिंग में हम इसको डिस्कस करेंगे, एंड विल वी गेट योर पॉइंट. थैंक यू.
हेलो सर.
We will stop with this, and then any other question we can take it up during lunch.
Yes. Okay.
I will walk down and talk to you, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Annapurna from MET University, Chhattisgarh. Sir, I have a query regarding that soft skills training. Is it only for the toppers or for any other students?
Sorry, no, that's not true. It's not just for toppers. So, although I think the slide probably mentioned that. So, it initially started off as an initiative for toppers, and then what we realized was that students from toppers, if they are coming from colleges which already has this support, don't really need it. So we have now opened it up for any student who has completed an NPTEL course, and if the local chapter SPOC is recommending them, and they come from a college where they do not have this support, where they cannot get this soft skill training, we are happy to support them.
So for that we need to initiate, means
Yes,
as
yes.
SPOC.
So we will send out announcements whenever there are going to be these workshops. So if you have people, you can send,
Is
send
there
the
any
list.
limitation of the student count?
Yes, there will be, because the soft skills, they have to engage with the student. It can't be like a one-way communication. So what happens is they ask the students to make presentations, students to submit resumes which are corrected and so on. So for each session there will be limits, but we do conduct multiple sessions a year. So we will be able to reach a large number of students. If needed, we can always hire more soft skills trainers and engage with them to support you. So we will provide support if there is a need, but as of now we have been able to meet the requirements.
One more thing, sir. At Chhattisgarh, the awareness is very less, sir. I'm from Chhattisgarh area, and that too from Raipur. So I have written to, yes, I have written to even local chapter that we need some offline workshop, that
Sure.
awareness workshop.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay.
can you help us in arranging that, making sure
Yes, sir,
colleges
yes, sir.
from
Yes, sir.
around will come?
From
Yeah, I'm
Amity
sure
University.
madam will arrange for that. Yeah.
Definitely.
So
sir.
please.
Definitely. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Okay, so we will stop
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And,
Maybe now I request Mr. Shomabho Das, who is heading the CEP office, to come and start the next very important round of felicitation.
Thank you, ma'am. Very warm afternoon to all present here on this auspicious occasion. It is truly a privilege to be part of this momentous ceremony, where we have the opportunity to honor the esteemed faculty members whose contributions have made the NPTEL journey at IIT Kharagpur a remarkable success. Today we are here to recognize and celebrate the hard work, dedication and excellence of our professors. Their innovative courses have not only contributed to the academic landscape, but have also left a lasting impact on students across the nation. To kindly do the honors, I would request the dignitaries to kindly come on stage. I would request Professor Susanta Chakraborti, Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay and Professor Patidar to kindly come up on the stage. As I pronounce each name, I kindly request the respective professor to come up on the stage and accept their awards. So before that, I would like to give a small brief description about the course. So starting with the Cloud Computing course from IIT Kharagpur, it has an outstanding enrollment of 89,737 with 40,000 students registering for the exam and an impressive passing percentage of 84.15%. So I would request Professor Shoumokanti Ghosh, Computer Science Department, IIT Kharagpur, to kindly come up on the stage and accept the award. A big round of applause for sir. The next course is Introduction to Internet of Things, which has also a huge enrollment of more than 78,000 with an exam registration of more than 37,000 and a passing percentage of whooping 92%. I would kindly request Professor Shudip Mishra sir, Computer Science Department, IIT Kharagpur, to come up on the stage and accept the award. Indeed, the next course is indeed, to give it, it's an honor. The next course is Data Management System with an enrollment of 45,000 and a passing percentage of 60.21%. And the awardee is none other than Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Department of Computer Science Engineering, Jadavpur University, and presently the Vice Chancellor of Techno University. A big round of applause for sir. There are a few other courses, the faculty members who unfortunately couldn't join us, but I will just declare the course name and their names, and we will honor the awards to them in absentia. Professor Devashish Shamanto from Computer Science Department, IIT Kharagpur. The course is Programming in Java with a passing percentage of 61%. The next course is Soft Skill Development, Professor Priyadarshini Patnaik, Professor V.N. Giri, Professor D. Suar from Humanities Department, IIT Kharagpur. Professor Indranil Sengupta with the course Ethical Hacking, Professor Partho Pratim Dash with Database Management Systems course, Professor Rajiv Mandal with the Software Engineering course, and Professor Shondip Chakraborti with the course name of Computer Networks and Internet Protocol. Thank you all. I've been greatly honored to felicitate the sir. They couldn't join us, but again, we honored them in absentia. And also, I missed a name, sorry. Professor Mamta Janamani, sir, madam, in the course name is e-business. Again, she's from IIT Kharagpur with, again, a passing percentage of 68.39% for her course. Once again, a heartfelt congratulations to all the faculty members for their tremendous achievements. Your commitment to excellence has truly shaped the academic experience for students across the nation. Thank you. Now the next set of awards is for the top 200 institutes as per the latest ranking. So I would just request the representatives from the institute to come on the stage and accept their awards. So first is NERIST from Arunachal Pradesh. So whoever is present here from NERIST can kindly come up to the stage. Next is Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. CE&T University, Gunupur, Odisha. Narula Institute of Technology, Kolkata. Gandhi Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar. Gandhi Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar. GIT, Gandhi Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar. So now moving on to the next is the top 200 faculty members or SPOC from East Zone. Again, first it is Professor K.N. Devangan from NERIST. Professor Ratna Chakraborti from Institute of Engineering and Management. Professor Satyanarayan Das from GIET University. Professor Jayanto Pal from Narula Institute of Technology. Professor Sasmita Hota from Gandhi Institute of Technology. So, a special category of awards is introduced this time. So, it is for improvement on rating points outside top 200. So, Professor Debarpita Ghoshal from C.V. Raman Global University, Bhubaneswar. The next category is top new LCs outside top 200. Professor Sunil Kumar Mishra, Global Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Moving on, we have one of our SPOCs from South Zone who wasn't able to attend the SPOC workshop, South Zone workshop, but he has agreed to join us here. So we would like to felicitate him, Professor Praveen Kumar C from Sri Siddha Academy of Higher Education, Karnataka. Last but not the least, so there has been a continuous unwavering support from our coordinator madam, Professor Hoymonti Banerjee, who has been our guiding light and always have been encouraging her. So from the NPTEL team and CEP IIT Kharagpur, we would like to thank madam and felicitate her. So Professor Hoymonti Banerjee from IIT Kharagpur, coordinator NPTEL. Big round of applause for Professor Hoymonti Banerjee. So once again, congratulations to the award winners and thank you to all the dignitaries on the stage. Thank you.
I invite Mr. Lennis Thomas, who is a big support for the NPTEL team, to deliver the vote of thanks. He has been the one of the major person who had made this big thing possible. So, Mr. Thomas, over to you.
Just to interrupt before the vote of thanks, I would kindly request Professor Shaumokanti Ghosh sir and Professor Shudip Mishra to kindly share, whatever your experiences are and how are you feeling, sir. Please. You can hand over, please, sir.
So, on behalf of IIT Kharagpur, and of course NPTEL, IIT Kharagpur, NPTEL, I welcome all of you. And it's a great honor to be here. And thanks to the students especially, and also the institutes that these courses are becoming so popular. And we have seen that as we discuss this, the SPOC are an important aspect because there is the finally end mile where you are touching the base where you are connecting to the students. And NPTEL has really phenomenally grown as a thing, and also while attending some conferences outside also, abroad, people now talking about NPTEL. Means I heard somebody talking that there is a nice thing what you have done. So it is not only in India, it has seeing its basis outside also. Definitely there are different challenges like exam centers, as you are mentioning. Many students not able to do that. That definitely NPTEL is looking at. And the beauty what I see that they are so structured. Sometimes we are scared that call from NPTEL office that you have not given this assignment in time, or not answered the forum questions, or so things. But it shows that it is a totally professional approach to make the things moving. Otherwise, making this type of things in such a large scale with so many students is a very, very challenging thing. So I must salute this NPTEL team, both definitely the coordinator as the Madras and other major institute like IIT Kharagpur and all those things. And there are definitely some need to like lab level things. Already dignitaries have spoken, already you have failed, and definitely we are working on. So anyway, I don't want to prolong it. Thank you all for supporting the courses, not only mine, all courses, and it's good that people are finding. And though there are animation, etc., but in our Indian context or in global context also, whenever we are going to class, we are not looking at animation per se much, right? We are looking at the teacher, the more used to this pen and chalk and all, but now graduated to PPT, but not that animation. So I feel that links with the student at all, right? So it is not like that. So not only that it is not an introductory, as Professor has already mentioned, that it is something which is above introductory. Definitely introductory things are there, but things are being taken up, or things well appreciated by the students and institutes. So thank you all, and on my personal behalf, for making these courses popular, and hope we will be able to enrich the courses, add some of the, what we say, more lectures, etc., to go to the recent trend. Personally, I have some plan to do that, working with that NPTEL team. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So now I would request Professor Shodhip Mishra to please share a few words.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor for me to be present over here and be amongst all of you. Thanks to NPTEL for inviting me over here. I will not take much time. I know the reason. I'm standing between you and your lunch, so so I'll keep things very short. Just wanted to share with you a couple of my thoughts. So, starting with, I think the introduction to Internet of Things is the most popular of the courses that I'm offering on NPTEL. But other than the IoT course, probably you are aware that there are two other courses. One is the Introduction to Industry 4.0 and Industrial Internet of Things, which was recorded after the IoT course based on the experiences that we gathered from the IoT course, and also we wanted to keep it industry relevant. So not only the students who are affiliated with the industries can take the course, but also other students who want to know technologies and content which will be relevant for the industries, they are also encouraged to take the Industry 4.0 and Industrial Internet of Things course. There is another course which is basically the first course that I had recorded, which is the Wireless Ad Hoc and Sensor Networks course, which was offered a few years, but then due to some administrative reason it was not offered in between. So this semester onwards it has been started again to be offered. Again, so you might find that course also to be relevant for you and your students. And other things basically have been spoken by all the other speakers, so I don't want to repeat the same. Obviously, we are always thinking about, how to rejuvenate the courses. But the thing is that there are many constraints. One of the prime constraints is our time to do it, because recording a course takes a lot of time. For example, a 30-hour course will take more than 100 hours of time to record, just to record, right? So finding that time is a big challenge for us. The other thing that I am thinking about is on my personal front, I am thinking how to make lab-based kind of tutorials be made available in some different way, right? So theory is one part, but then it is also not very scalable to hold workshops, lab kind of workshops. But then what would be other way? So personally I'm thinking about it. I will discuss with NPTEL separately on this, and let us see, if something else can be evolved. Thank you, and very nice to be amongst all of you.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to begin my vote of thanks with a short story. There once was a wise old man who lived in a small village. One day, a young boy approached him and asked, "What's the secret to living a successful and happy life?" The wise man smiled and handed the boy a small seed, saying, "Take this seed, plant it, water it, and take care of it. After a year, come back and tell me what you have learned." A year later, the boy returned to the wise man, holding a small plant in his hand. "I did everything you asked," said the boy, "but the plant didn't grow as I hoped. It's small, yet it has taught me a big lesson about patience and perseverance, and the importance of nurturing what matters most in life." This simple story reminds us that the success does not come overnight. It's the result of hard work, dedication, and commitment to the continuous growth. And today we are all here because of our shared efforts and commitment to making something meaningful happen. Now, as I stand before you, I feel honored to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this event possible. First and foremost, I would like to thank our esteemed guests for taking the time to grace us with their presence and wisdom. Your insights today have been invaluable and inspiring. To all the SPOC's faculty members, principals from different institutions, thanks you all for your enthusiasm and active involvement. Your patience and contributions are what made this gathering so special. We thank Professor Amit Patro, the Director of BHU and Acting Director IIT Kharagpur, for joining online and sharing his views about the course about NPTEL. A heartfelt thanks to Professor Susanta Kumar Chakraborti, Vice Chancellor of Vidyasagar University, for taking time from his busy schedule and providing us useful insights and views that has attracted the participants. I thank Professor R.D. Patidar, Vice Chancellor of O.P. Jindal University, Chhattisgarh, for accepting our invitation and enlightening us with your commendable speech. I place on record our gratitude to Professor Samiran Chattopadhyay, Vice Chancellor Techno India University, Kolkata, for accepting our invitation, and I am truly grateful for your invaluable speech. And we as NPTEL team once again congratulate you for being selected among the top 20 faculty members with the highest enrollment. Today, I also take this opportunity to express my deepest sense of gratitude, appreciation to Professor Shomukanti Ghosh sir and Professor Shudhi Mishra sir for their passion of teaching and making learners passionate for learning more. I thank Professor Vignesh Muthu Vijayan, coordinator of NPTEL IIT Madras, for joining in the East Zone workshop and presenting about the local chapters and answering the question and answer sessions. I would like to thank our coordinator, ma'am, Professor Hoymanti Banerjee, for helping and guiding us to organize this workshop successfully. I am very much thankful to the Ambuja Group, the venue that we are in, for their contribution that they have given to us, and also the Zenith events who are doing this event solutions and providing us with all necessary things that to run this program so successful. I special thanks to my colleagues for working tirelessly behind the screen to ensure everything runs smoothly. Your efforts have made this event a memorable one. As we conclude, let us take a moment to reflect on the lesson we have learned today, and like the boy in the story, let's nurture the seeds we have planted and continue to grow. Thank you all for a wonderful afternoon. We call all our colleagues for the photo sessions on the dais, including our coordinator map and the faculty members and guests. Please come, sir.
With that, we conclude the formal proceedings of today's event. It's now time to relax and enjoy a delightful lunch. We invite all our esteemed guests and participants to join us for the meal. See you all soon and have a great day ahead. There is a small announcement. All of you are requested to collect the active participant certificate from the registration counter.